Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome to yet another vlog. This is Raghav88. So, as you know, I've made a video recently about my experience with the XUV500 after 10,000 kilometers, and also told you about how was my experience with it for the third service and what was the cost about it. So today we are making a video to see how an owner feels, or as from a point of view of an owner, what are the 5 things I like and dislike about the XUV500 after living with it for 10,000 kilometers and 1.5 years. So firstly, let's go with what I like. So what I like first is the build quality of the car. The build quality of this car feels rock solid. Look at the doors, they're closed with a third. I feel that if I go and hit a Maruti or probably even a Hyundai with this car, the other car will get smashed and my car, maybe some few dents, small dents might happen. So we won't be doing that, but just for the sake of comparing, I'm saying this. So don't compare it with the likes of Maruti at all. So Maruti is very bad. Even comparing with the Hyundai quality, I feel that it is better than Hyundai quality. So the second thing that I like, or I like a lot about this XUV500, is the engine itself, which is a 2.2 liter and 155 bhp. The engine has got a lot of power whenever you want to overtake. Even in the top gear, overtaking is like a breeze, and even in the city the initials are very good. Even in stop and go traffic also, I do not face much trouble. There's no actually lag of turbo lag, which I feel, because this is an automatic and I don't get to know so much. Yes, but sometimes there are few jerks when there's a gear change, because this is a torque converter. That is totally a different thing. But all in all, a very big thumbs up to the engine of this XUV500. The third thing is what I like about this is about the engine itself. So I get a good average of 12 kilometers per liter even in the automatic of this XUV500, even after it being such a big engine of 2.2 liter and 155 bhp. I'm getting around 12.5 kilometers to the liter on the highway, and in the city I'm doing around 10.5 to 11, which is actually very good by its standards, because this is a very big engine, and I don't think in its class any vehicle is giving such a good mileage, even though it being an automatic. The third thing that I like about this is ample amount of legroom. Not in the front seat, but in the rear seat as well. So look at this. Look at the amount of space that I have. So this is a lot of space. So I'm around 5.8, 5.9, and this is the amount of space that I have. There's a lot of space for you to sit, or even you can sleep. That's how comfortable the seats are. There is also a reclining feature here, which also I like. So that comes to legroom and comfort of the car, which I like. So that is the third thing that I like the most about the car, or anybody as an owner would like probably. If not, let me know in the comment section. The fourth thing that I like about this XUV500 is that the automatic gearbox that have been provided in this car, which is a 6-speed automatic, which works superbly with the car. The transmission is great. I know this gear knob and the way the gear is changed looks a little quirky, but then I feel it does the job very well, and I get it comfortable during the driving, even in highways or even in the city. I do not feel any lag or anything as such, or a turbo lag, which you say with the automatics usually, which acts very good. So highway also it is good, and even in city also the automatic gearbox works very well. And couple of times when you are moving from second to third and third to second, so there is a little bit of jerk and you might feel the gear change, but other than that it feels great. And I really love the automatic gearbox on this XUV500. And the main reason that I bought the XUV500 was for it being an automatic. I wanted an automatic big vehicle, so in that budget of 21 to 22 lakhs, so I bought this, and I'm really happy about the gearbox on this. The fifth point is, which I can only describe, but I cannot show it to guys, is the comfort, or what do you say, the way you feel after driving it after 500 kilometers. So there is no fatigue at all. You can continuously drive for 500-600 kilometers and you will not know that you have done so many kilometers. So usually when you do about 100, 200 or probably 300 kilometers in a car continuously, you feel kind of a fatigue after driving so long. But on this XUV500 you will not feel all that. So it is so comfortable. Maybe the engine or the interiors or the AC, all that works very well, and so you get that comfy feel, and you do not feel that you have done around 500 or 600 kilometers, which I have already tried. I have done around 450 kilometers continuously, and I have never felt a little bit of fatigue or anything. So that was a great experience. Maybe because of the size of the vehicle and all that, or the engine capacity, or the leg room and all the comfort that you get inside the car adds up to it. But that is one thing that can only be told and cannot be shown on this car. So one of the USP of this car is that you can do 500 to 600 kilometers non-stop and still feel you have done around only 100 or 150 kilometers. You will not get to know that you have driven so long at all. Even from a passenger standpoint or from a driver standpoint, you are very comfortable. Now let's move on to the dislikes. So the first dislike would be the space in the third row. Let's try to show you that, because that is one of the features or one of the USPs of this car, but then it is not so good. So it is a bit difficult to get into the third row. Also, you have to flip it twice and then get in, and once you get in, so there's not much room here for you to sit. Let me show that to you guys. As a third row, see, I'm sitting full knees up. It is very difficult. The headroom is okay, but then you're sitting up full straight, and my knees are touching the seats in the front, which is very not comfortable. I am just 5'8", and this is the case. If you have people who are bigger than this or taller than this, it is going to be very difficult, and getting in and out of this is also a bit difficult. So this is one of the features I do not like, or this is one of the points that I do not like about the XUV500. Moving on to the second point that I don't like about the XUV500 is the ride. The ride is a little too bouncy for my comfort, because it bounces you around a lot. Coming from Hyundai i20, which has a harder suspension than this, is what I feel. This has a soft suspension and it bounces you around. Once you hit a bump, you will go twice on both the sides and then come up straight, is what I feel, because the suspension is tuned very softly. So how many of you guys agree with that? So this is one of the things that any XUV500 owner will dislike about the XUV500. I'm sure you all will agree with me, the XUV500 owners. So the third is the fit and finish of the vehicle. So the gaps, the panel gaps are not constant. I can show you a few places. Look at this gap here and try to see the same gap there. There's not so much of gap here. So that's not only on the exterior but also on the interiors. Let me show it to you guys. So here you see there's a little bit of a gap, but if you go to the other side, there's a bigger gap here. I agree that there will be gaps. So look at this space here. You can notice it clearly. This is not finished or fit properly. So that is, the fit and finish is not so good even on the exterior or the interiors of the XUV500, which is something every XUV500 owner will get used to. But then it could have been better, because this car has been around on the road for 8 to 10 years. Mahindra could have surely improved on this, but they didn't bother about it. So that's the third point, guys. At least they could have kept the panel gaps constant. Yeah, I agree, there's a little bit of more gaps, but at least the gaps could have been constant. If there were no gaps, people would have loved it, but with the gaps also, the gaps could have been constant, is what I feel. The fourth point is the cooling of the second row. So this is a very unique feature which you get in only top end cars like the Audi Q7 or something, and above them the air vents or the air cons being on the B pillar here. Usually it is over here, but then here on this it is on the B pillar. So the AC cooling is not so good from these vents here, and you'll have to depend on the vents from the front seat. The third row actually has better cooling because it has a separate aircon controller. Here also they could have provided something here or gone with what is in other cars here, but then this is a very cool feature and something like feature which is a class above, but it doesn't work very well. And I have a lot of complaints from people who are sitting in the second row telling me that the AC is not cooling well, so I had to increase the AC a lot, and increasing the fan speed a lot makes it very noisy, which is not comfortable when you are sitting inside and doing speeds of 100 120. So moving on to the last one, which is, I think, probably it might be, some people might like it or some people might not like it, is the music quality. So the music quality on this XUV500 is not good. Even after paying around 20 lakhs, you do not get a proper music system. Yeah, you get a lot of speakers, two speakers on the door each, then you get tweeters in the front here, and the system is okayish, but then the music quality is very bad for this price, because I think this is an Alchemist system here that has been placed. I'm not sure because they have never put the name anywhere, but I feel this is an Alchemist system that has been installed on the XUV500 from the factory, but then the quality is not so good. The bass is not good for anything of that sort. If you want to listen to the radio, that's fine on this XUV500. Otherwise, if you are a music enthusiast, you want very high bass and you listen to very songs with lot of sound effects, no, this is not the music system for you guys. So here goes, guys. So these were the 5 things I like and dislike about the XUV500 after 1.5 years and 10,000 kilometers of living with it. What do you guys think? Do you agree with me or you have anything else to say? Let me know. If you like the video, do hit the thumbs up button, do subscribe to the channel, and thank you for watching.